444, when I check that over there, where can you show up for you as you stated you would when your beautiful soul essence got to get put into these beautiful self-healing organisms? Now, I'm not saying any of what the occult knowledge and what I've been taught to believe or what has come up for me to believe in this existence. But like we've wanted to do things when I was a child, while I could not voice it. And honestly, we'll figure out the other one. But one of them was I wanted to be a singer. And one main reason the mother was always watching I got introduced to so much music, and she's so funny. The conditionings that we choose are okay, and the ones that we choose aren't. I got introduced to so much music that I should have never listened to in ways because it's not nurturing. So I needed to listen to everything and experience everything that I've experienced. I needed to experience it all, even the unfavorable things, because when we choose to, we can alchemize and use every experience to fertilize our best existence to help us not choose the same perpetuation ever again. And it is helping me to create a more expansive existence. We have free will. There's things that happen. So it's just like, you can either play one of the roles, which I have just been able to stop stating. I had been stating an original thought per se, but you can play the victim. I chose to play the victor, and I created one of my very first songs about a song when I was coming through some things, and it was like, it goes, wholeness, joyous and balanced vibrations. It's why I'm steady here, I'm not chasing. This balance is key for expansion. It's how I grow. Transmuted, the victim to victor I shine, see. I am the bag, this abundance flows through me. Innately in gratitude I see. It's how I grow. I am eternally more than a bag, yet I would prefer to invest in me because I don't have to chase it. So my thing is, that's when I'm everything that I innately require and need in this existence to create the substantial life that I want to live as a one in infinity, infinite being who has their own lane, who can create their own narratives, void dogmas and conditionings. So there's things that I promised me. There's things that I've experienced that I will never experience again. Things that my children will never have to experience. I'm creating space for the greatest love, void dogmas and conditionings. We hear affirmations. I had to take it on a new level because we continuously speak shift. I get that it was an experience, but you continuously saying trauma this, blah, blah, that. These words have a frequency. And if you look up some of these words that Google has, that's the frequency that you're speaking over yourself. Why do you think you keep talking about it? Should you be self-harming yourself in a way that chooses to relive that first 72 seasons of your existence, stating in perpetuation because it's romanticized, pretending that it's greater than it is, that man, it's just, do you want to keep living how you living? If you don't, like, wasn't the first time that your mama slapped you in the mouth or something enough? Wasn't the first time your daddy was unkind to you? Just wasn't that experience enough? Why would you want to keep perpetuating it? Keep living in it. Keep reliving in it each yay when you get to create something more expansive and use it as fertilizer for your growth. I am not saying that you need to not speak to your family I have set fiber optics. I also was a foster child. And how you choose to treat every facet of you, you cannot call me friend. It's why I have the experience I have. You have to have a mutual bond of affection for yourself first and foremost. And how you speaking about you ain't kind. So no, hunty, you are not my friend. And I have siblings whom I have never harmed in any way, shape, form, or facet who do not claim me. Never had a falling out. Never had words. Ever. 3 of them. One's a half, and then the other 2 are fosters. And never had a falling out. They've stated things to me that they shouldn't, the foster ones. One told me I was going to hell one time. One tells me they can't a lot. When we create our own narratives, kindness gets us further. Internal manifests external. So, no, I'm not your sister. What I'm creating for my lineage and family dynamic is so eternally more than what I've experienced. I was shamed and beat and put into foster care. And then I was shamed and conditioned even more. Instead of having somebody put their hands on me every day for more seasons than I even need to remember, and this is what I'm speaking of. You want to keep talking about it, and it's not even just keep talking about it. There's a reason why I'm speaking on it. The processing is required. To keep perpetuating the same narratives, a counselor was able to physically abuse my body. You don't have to put your hands on somebody. If a child has false evidence appearing real and is terrified of what you are going to do to them if they don't listen to you, and you're an adult, so even if you go tell them to jump off a bridge, that baby's going to do what you tell them to do. So then I was harmed in another way, and that wasn't okay, and yet my children will never have to experience that. We have this, the counselor, the baby was like, I just saw Josette. I don't know if you like her. Why would I enjoy someone who's abused me? Here's the crows. Chat. Why would I enjoy someone who's abused me and who continues to abuse themselves? That wasn't okay how I was treated. It wasn't okay how you allowed me to be treated. It wasn't okay that somebody of a different complexion was able to just say, Jules, Catherine, Ashanti, Radiance, you didn't care how they held their mouth, and yet this other person with the same type of complexion, as they state again, you were treating me some type of way. My verbiage is shifting also right there, because we don't have to stay stuck in this perpetuation. The abusive narrative in the Christianity, in the religious, to spare the rod, spoil the child. And it might not say it in Hindi, and I guarantee it. I can find exactly that in its verbiage in every one of the dogmas that we hold over our innate eternal essence. Because it's easier than creating your own narratives and kindness, and it takes a moment. Each one of us are the chosen ones. We got the spirituality community. Still, again, just like the dogmas of Christianity telling you that there's only 14,100 billion people, and you're the chosen one, and you're not, and if you can take a moment of your free will to talk shift about another external infinite being for any justified reason, for money, platform, just because you're doing it, you're speaking of facets of yourself, and you're shaming, blaming, and talking shit about you, and that ain't got nothing to do with me personally. I make sure that I don't do this to any facets of me. The reason why I can state this is because I live this, and I'm giving every facet of me kindness now, so I don't have to live that anymore. I stopped allowing jobs to abuse me. What do you look like? What did I look like as an adult when I claimed the word? I am a helpful, innocent, infinite child or infinite being. I'm an infinite being, period. What do you look like as an adult asking another adult with your free will when you can go to the effing restroom? when you can go to the freckling restroom, and I'm doing greater because we tapping out of these words. These words have a frequency of their own. Curse all you want to. They have a frequency of their own. Hey. You know, chilling, processing. And so you can speak how you want. For me, I choose kindness. Internal manifests external. So how I choose to speak to and about my facets and my experiences create matter around me. So what do I look like at claiming an adult, choosing the definition and the title of doing mundane tasks that another external infinite being deems necessary for them to be living for my one and infinity reality? Asking a grown woman, can I go to the restroom? What you look like? You look like a child. But then children don't have to ask to go to the bathroom now, do they? So I'm going to keep being the innocent, helpful, infinite child that I am, an infinite being. You speak about you as you choose to. You want to do those mundane blah, blah, blah. When science and magic exist in the same space, you can state you have a problem. You're the one who keeps perpetuating the bills. I transmuted the bills. You can. You have choice. Anyway, thanks for existing. Wholeness.